Good morning. Sunday morning lake. It's not a lake. It's actually fields, but we seem to have the seaside. Look at the size of that. How much rain. This doesn't normally do this. Well, I haven't seen it like this year. Where's our house? Oh, you can't see it behind those trees. Look at that. That sky is like, is it going to snow? Is it thinking? A bit different to the sun 12 and a bit months ago when we looked up in Jamaica.
Come on, wench.
Oh, nobody needs to see the size of the thing that I'm taking out with me today. Let's see. I decided to take this with me. I couldn't exactly leave it at home. Right, I'm just going to turn this off, otherwise I'm never going to get across. And Bruno's going to hose me. Oh no, because it's going to go everywhere.
Hang on,
oh, it's making me need to go to the toilet. Mister, let's hose our shoes off because we're covered in mud. I'm going to pee my pants in a minute. I'm just standing on one leg. Noodles will come round in a minute. You know what? Oh, don't go.
can you turn your boots around?
How can I turn my leg further round? What would you say? Why are you down there?
In my dreams, Donna, I keep asking. Turn your boot around.
Right, it's a little bit. We've walked and it's not snowing yet. Dad said it would be 100% snow, so he wasn't coming over for. As long as I only got 2. Right, I'm going to turn this off now. Now we deserve. Oh, I've got a mint one. Let me just take the lid off. Hang on a minute. Oh ho ho. I got a mint. Mint chocolate, and I've got to give that clean. Let's put some sprinkles. Look at that. Oh ho ho ho. Get to sit and enjoy after that lovely walk. Okay, so prep work for tomorrow. I'll just do this bit and then I'll show you what I'm planning, because you might think I've gone absolutely mad. And this downstairs loo. So I'm just, this is undercoat. So this doesn't matter what this is like. Hopefully it will dry. I'll do a second coat just so it's a bit more even. So stop for a minute. Basically, because this is so boring, I'm painting a white strip where tiles would go, and then I'm continuing it along the shelf and just on the bottom of the toilet. Then the whole room's going to be painted, but this section I'm going to mask like bricks, so there's white grout, and then paint the same blue and peel that off, and I should have brickwork. But I need a white nice even base underneath, not this horrid nasty colour. And they get on with that. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so yesterday I did my silver cupboard doors. Don't worry, that orange wood is going to be white. And I've been gridding this morning. I prepared the white as well underneath so that the grout looks white. So I've got a nail paint blue, but my tape ran out, so I'm going to try this tape. It's the same thickness, so I've got to grid this bit, otherwise I'm going to have to order some more and get that delivered for tomorrow in the right thickness, otherwise it's not going to match. So I'm going to get going. Look at this paint is just beautiful. Look how well that goes on. It's a lovely peacock colour, isn't it? Once you get all the silver, the mirror, the white, the accessories. Oh my goodness. I just love that colour. It goes on so well. I'm hoping one coat. Then I can peel off the tape. And if it doesn't work, I'll just paint over the brick effect then. with blue. It'll just all be blue. So it doesn't matter. It did take quite a long time to do that this morning. I think I was here an hour, taping as far as I've got, maybe over an hour and a quarter. Oh my goodness. I love colour. It's just the best. I just, anything that involves a paintbrush and colour. And with my peacock pictures done as well, which I'll go back to later in the week when this is done. I think the white paint that's going to be on the horrible shelving area, I think that's not coming till Wednesday anyway. So I thought, well, at least if I've got this bit done, none of it's going to spill. If I did the white like I wanted to first, it would just end up probably flicking blue on it, so I'd have to go over it again. So this is probably the best, but I might have to sand some of that down, or Bruno might have to. That's the one thing I don't really like, sanding. You know, the telly's on so loud. I like to hear my morning TV. Oh my goodness, this is just such a lovely colour. I think we need to change the light though. I'm going to ask Bruno if we can have a big, massive silver hanging ball, like Turkish. Now I'm just thinking, how am I going to reach? Because this room's higher than all the other rooms. I'm going to have to get the stepladder because I'm already on the toilet. And the stepladder's probably not any taller, so I might have to, goodness knows, I might have to climb on the shelf. The toilet's cisterns there. I hope it doesn't collapse. I'll have a go anyway. Oh my goodness, I'll probably leave the camera off for a few hours. You don't need to see any more of this. Wouldn't that be lovely with a really nice picture on it? I don't know whether to do all the walls or do this one in a turquoise colour, because I think that would look quite nice. So I'm going to do the brick effect, get all these walls done, all in this corner, and then sync. Maybe get one of those apps where you can take a picture of your room and then add the colour. I'll try that maybe. Okay, I'm going to climb up here now. See you later. Bye. Midway through the day, crispy chili beef for the first time.
Is it crispy?
Yeah, it is. Let's see what it tastes like, shall we, Kai?
It's nice, I tried it.
Oh, midway through painting. It's drying. Oh man, I can't wait to get the white for those bits of wood because they're horrid. Look how cool. If I just move those as well. Oh, there we go. Silver cupboard. Brickwork. Just now needs dressing. That all's drying. I've just seen a little bit of blue I wouldn't mind doing, but anyway, so far so good. There we go. I've just ordered a new light to get rid of that horrible one. New towels. That peacock. So basically what I'm going to do up there is going to be the painting that I'm working on at the minute. It's cool, doesn't it? Just need to paint those. Can't wait to get rid of those. And that bit up there. And my new curtains up. It's well nice. Very impressed with the day's work. Just get the light and get the paint. Oh, that fan's so loud. Oh God, now I've got to take those upstairs and put the spare curtain up in the airing cupboard, because then we can wash one and put a new one up. Always have a spare. Right, sit down. Morning. Bad night's sleep. Achy back. Look at the state though. Cat insists on sitting on my head, on my pillow through the night. Anyway, before jazz, I'm ready for jazz. I'm going to change my all year tree to the Valentine's theme, my little Valentine's thing behind. needs changing because it's New Year, because it's got the thing Lucy's mum, Happy New Year. So we're going to change that now. Going to get the box out and find all the stuff. There we go, red and pink. And I kept the bubbly, and I've got a pink bubbly. Where's the other pink? There's the pink bubbly. And my hummingbirds are always on there. And the one made by a local, excellent, I don't know what it's called. The she beads thing. That's beautiful, I love that. And I've put my balloon dogs. It's all pink and red. And glitter balls. And the handmade flower ones and pom-poms. That's lovely, I like that. And a little corner. I have to have a tree all year. It's not Christmas, but it's nice. I thought I'd show you before I go out this, because you can see the colours. It's not finished. It's going to need a lot of, when my metallic Posca pens come, it's going to need a lot of detail work. Let's put it down now. I mean, I've only got to do the bottom bit. If I stand really far back, it's getting there, isn't it? So it will go lovely in the downstairs loo. When I particularly love the way I've done that bit there. I don't know why I like that bit so much. He's cool. He's very, very cool. The colours. There's sun shining on it, and when we put the new light in the loo, that'll pick up all the metallics. Yeah, got this bottom bit to finish, and then I'll do that. I'm going out for a walk with Roz now. Look at the mess. I mean, I cleared this up because Bruno has to work out in here, but that's just since lunch. 2 plates, luckily the paper plates. Right, I'm going to take my phone and I'm going to leave it till later. It's done. It's very glittery. In fact, if I take that away, doesn't it look cool? When we get the new light, it will shine better on it. It's really good, if I must say so myself. I just got to do the sink tomorrow. I'm wondering whether to put these. There we go. Bit of feather. Cool. Love it. Good morning. Right, I thought today I would do some sort of home filming. I'm going to first of all paint my shelf and that in my downstairs toilet. So I've changed because I had some nice clothes on. I'll show you in a minute. But this is what I did this morning. I took a photo on my iPad. Hang on. I did half my hair with the Dyson Airwrap, and then the other half I left straight for a photo. I think that's really cool. I decided that it was going to be called optimism or pessimism. And I think when I'm curly, I'm optimistic. When I leave it and I comb it straight, I feel pessimistic. I'm just trying anything at the minute to make things seem more normal. And my coffee frother didn't froth very well today, so. Oh, it's still nice and hot. I just cleaned the nozzle, so tomorrow will be fine. Where's the picture that I did? I'm gonna show you. I got dressed. Let me show you. And my Converse on with my wide leg trousers. That's the look I wanted. And then I thought, if I was going out. If I was going out, I don't know how to, I'll turn it back around again. I don't know how to get the photos on unless I take them the other way onto the thing, so I thought I'd do it like that. Anyway, after I've done the shelf and the sink and everything, I'm going to see how it works on the shelf first. Then I'm going to go into my scrapbooking room and I'm going to show you scrapbooking and talk you through it and why I like it and what I think it will leave behind for me. So I'll discuss that with you later. Other jobs first. See you in a bit. First coat's on. Looks much better than that bit up there, but it's 4 hours drying, so 2 o'clock I'll be back and I'll probably have to do 3 coats just to get it really nice and even, so we'll do that later. Okay, so I'm here, I'm ready. I've just got to take my slippers off because I'm hot. Now, I didn't know whether to do this as a separate vlog or on this week's, but I think this week's could get quite boring because we're doing the same thing. So I thought I would go through scrapbooking to tell people what it is and why I do it. I've made my own notes, pages of them, and then I'll show you a few things. It's just, I find it therapeutic. Basically, the purpose of scrapbooking is to preserve memories for future generations. If you could see in this room now, the amount of scrapbooks I've got, I think I've got 70. But a secondary purpose often is to exercise your creativity as you display memories in a scrapbook. I'll pick one up in a minute and show you what I mean. They tell a story and they're precious and personal. Organise moments of the past so they have a meaning for future generations. So every photo, if you just stick it in some old photo album and you show generations time, you know, people in your family, 2 or 3 generations, they don't know what it is. It's just a photo of somebody. Obviously this is a way to make it more interesting and understand it. It's a celebration of living, moments captured that are especially unique to a person or family. So they're personal. I suppose all photos are, but it's the way that they're displayed. It's no accident most scrapbookers are women because they're sensitive to relationships. Women connect readily with the past and the present. I know that some men do, but most people I've seen on any videos are usually women. It'd be lovely if a man would do it, but I think they've got different boredom threshold. I don't know. Some creative men might, but then they're more creative in different ways, aren't they? They're more creative at taking the photos, maybe. Some have lots of journaling and some are more complex. So lots of mine have got hidden journaling or journaling on the page that I've printed to record the memory that goes with the photo, because there's no point showing generations ahead, you know, when you're old and frail and not being able to tell the story of the photo and what that person was doing. So journaling is a massive part. And some are double page layouts and some are single. I do both. And I like 12 by 12. Let me grab the nearest one. Oh, this is a 12 by 12 album. And this is the ones I used to buy. That you slip the pages in. But now I buy a lot of them. Let me show you. Easier if I have 2 hands because they break your nails if they're it. Now I buy the ones that have ring binders so I can move the pages around and slip the pages in. Right, let's get on before I show you some things. Okay, it started in the UK in the 19th century. So that was 1800s, which it is American. I assume it's American. When I read it started in the UK, I don't think it started in the UK. It started in America, but it's massive over there. And it's getting bigger here all the time, you know. And it's not the old-fashioned way of scrapbooking, it's a hobby, and we are scrapbookers or scrappers. I like to say I'm scrapping, I'm a scrapper. And you crop the photos. So when you get a photo, you take your photos and you print them out. There's usually all this background rubbish. Sometimes you want the background if you've got a view, but if you've just got all this crap behind them, you crop it out, and then obviously you're matting the photo on different colours, so we'll go into that. It's designed to preserve photos and journaling in their original state. Materials of high quality and acid-free with lignin-free paper, ink and embossing paper. So everything is acid and lignin-free because it will not ruin. Any photos that you put in a photo album, especially the ones with the magnetic, sticky, horrible backing, the photos over years will just have bleeding across them. The whole photo will vanish. It will just, the acid in the album will just ruin the photo. So there's no point. You might as well take them out now and just have them in a plastic thing. You know, there's no point putting them in an album and spending money on these beautiful albums if they're not acid and lignin free. The inks are fade resistant, colour fast and often waterproof, so everything you use you could put in water and it would be alright. Well, probably wouldn't want to try that. So journaling involves obviously the writing and then the photos and tickets and memorabilia and titles I put on the page, like provide an account of the family history. It could be a funny title, but it can be something that's happening in the photo. And then you've got your tickets and memorabilia. As long as you keep the tickets and memorabilia away from the photo so the acid doesn't leak on it, it's fine. Oh dear. So basically they're the stories of our lives. You can frame pages as well. The ones, well, you can take them out. I just take a page out and put it in a nice 12 by 12 frame because I like 12 by 12. I'll show you, I have got a smaller album. I did a couple of smaller ones and I did one to travel with when the boys were little, when we went on holiday, to take with me, but I usually tend to do the 12 by 12 and they look brilliant in a frame. And lots of my friends are not interested in scrapbooking or they don't have time, and I get that, and I get a lot of people will probably be bored watching this now, me rambling, but I'm going to explain. You can do it quickly and cheaply, and it crosses over into card making. So a lot of the stuff you'll just use for card making, but there is cheaper ways of doing it, and there's easier ways. My friend Jane started to do, I can't remember what it's called, and it's got little envelopes. You just put the photos in and a little bit of journaling or whatever in the little envelopes. You don't have to do a whole page layout. It's project life. So that's a brilliant one if you want to be a bit quicker, if you've got a job and it's just your hobby, you know, now and then. So the reasons to do it. 1, your photos deserve a real life home, not on your phone. Everything's digital and I just wouldn't sit someone in front of my phone and show them a load of photos. Obviously this isn't on Facebook, but obviously in 50 years time, they're not going to come up, are they? Something's going to happen. So they're all here, as long as we don't get a fire. 2, you can scrapbook in your own style and taste. So you don't have to do it the conventional way, you can do what you want. Mine always are my style. It's so different to a lot of other people I've known over the years that do it, and it's all brilliant. It's just all lovely whatever you do. I think art's art. Arty things are arty, it doesn't matter what anyone says. 3, scrapbooks record stories because memories lie. It's true. Memories can fade and you start to be told something and you start to believe it. I think, you know, I did go on a helicopter when I was a little girl, but I remember thinking if someone hadn't told me that, I wouldn't remember now. I only remember because they told me it. But they could have just lied. I know what I'm talking about, it's a load of rubbish. Number 4, it makes you a better photographer. I take photos to scrapbook. I don't scrapbook the other way around. I now go, right, this will be good because I can scrapbook this with this one, this thing. So it makes you better at taking photos. 5, they make you thankful and reflect. When you look back at them and the words and the quotes and the things you put in there, they make you so thankful and reflect on that time. They're better than just looking at a photo. It's really hard to explain. So 6, you yen out, you decompress and relax, and you can have a glass of wine while you're doing it. I know a lot of cropper groups, they're called, where you go and do some layouts during the day or during the evening, have a glass of wine while they're doing it and a chat. So it's very sociable like that if you want to do it like that. But do it at home with a glass of wine, just don't spill it all over it if it's red wine. 7 is to be creative. It just is creative. It's another creative thing you can do, and you don't have to be good at art. It's cutting and sticking and just matching colours and patterns and getting ideas online. It's creative, you know, it's just something to take your brain away. Number 8, a gift to family. I've done Mum one on her 60th. Oh my god, didn't do one on our 70th of our life. I've sold a few. Joseph and Kai, I'll show you in a minute, they've got 7 or 8 each, but obviously in the ones we've got, they've got more memories. I try and put a couple of pages now and then in their albums for when they leave home, so it's a gift. Number 9, it marks the seasons, changes and milestones. So I've done an album with lockdown, a whole year's worth of things we did in lockdown, some funny papers on lockdown. So that's going to be quite good to look back on. Not that it'll be a good memory, but we did have some really good times. So it was good memories, made in a different way. And 10, it's so much fun. It is so much fun. It's really hard to tell people how good it is unless they do it. And it is people saying they haven't got time, but it's definitely worth looking into if you really love photos. And I love photos. I go on Facebook and I look at everybody's photo album. And I like it if they've got quotes underneath and like the memories and things written, because I like to know what that photo's showing. So this is a bigger step for that and to keep it, but I get to snoop on people's on Facebook because I am an avid lover of looking at everybody's stuff. So, but I'm going to turn this off and take the camera off now and go through some of the things with you and what I've done. Okay, so these were the original albums the boys had. So Joseph's were blue and Kai's were lilac. And then they did change because I couldn't get the same albums. But when I started scrapbooking, I think Kai was 2, so Joseph was 5. So I had to go back and record some of the earlier stuff, but I was rubbish at it. I mean, you can see it's rubbish. Basically, all I did was crop a photo, stick it on a bit of paper, stick it on another piece of paper, and then slap it in. But you can see how things changed. But the photos are still there. They still had embellishments. They got a bit better. But that was the first one. I'm wondering if it got better. So I started going to classes, and we'd make layouts, and we'd take it home and put a photo in. So that was his year 1 in school. So it got better. It did get better. And also at the beginning, I didn't have any way of making words because now I have a machine. I don't know if you can see it. The Cricut. It's Cricut, it's called. Cricut. And basically, it's a long story. You have to Google it, but it cuts out fonts in any size. You sort of, let me turn it around. You sort of, like the kids used to have leap pads years ago, those things where you put the book in and then you put the little cartridge in. With the Cricut's like that, you put the little cartridge in for the box, the font that you want to cut, and then you put the keypad on and then you type in what you want it to cut and it cuts out the letters. So I didn't have that to start with, so I used to get my friend to cut letters out. I mean, you could do it freehand, but it's not as nice. But anyway, I got those machines after, but there's loads of stickers and things like that you can use. So let's turn it back round. These were the 2 tiny 8x8 albums. I did the boys actually when we went to Disney so they could take. That's Joseph's one. 2009. So I just did them. I doubled up on all the photos so that they had. Trouble is, all the papers I buy 12 by 12, and I'm wasting it when I do an 8. So they've got basically the same and a few different ones. And so they were really, really cool. And this is the mini one. When me and Bruno went on holiday for the first time without them, I took this. So I went in 2007. Oh, so it's tiny. First day of school. It was just to show people. And we did show a lot of people we met, and we're still friends with them. And they still remember. And they've got children now. And one of the couples have actually got the same gap. Ages in their boys. Right, let me pick up one of the more recent ones. Okay, so this is this time last year, Jamaica. I need it to be a bit lower really. Let me hold the camera up so you can see. This was one of the ring binder ones. Whew. Dear, I need a bigger lap. You can see how it's got, that one hasn't got a title. It says 2020. I always put the year. on the date somewhere in the album. If I'm doing an album that's miscellaneous, like all different things over the last year, I try and date it. But if I'm doing an album on one holiday, which I have, which I'll show you in a minute, the amount of albums for holidays, I try and do a whole album for a holiday, I will date the first page so we know where we were going, and that was Jamaica this time last year. And you can see I've put the aeroplane, and always have me and Bruno in our seats on the aeroplane. So I've got little stickers and printed off words and cut out words. I'm trying to think of embellishments I could show you. I just took a photo of the sign there, and then I picked out a colour, matted the photo, cut a photo smaller. I'm trying to think of, so here we have flowers, had some stickers of a passport, and there you go, there's some journaling. So there we go, that will be there on that page forever. After the 9.5 hour flight, once for immigration queues, luckily being premium, we're off the plane quick. All about the journey to the hotel. And then that was a bit of writing there, and some gems. I'm just going to go through and see more pictures. Some flowers, and I cut some things out on my machine. Some great big things, and I bought doilies. I mean, look at the paper there. I cut the paper. I've got cutters. I should go through all my crafting stuff, really. More stickers. Sometimes you can even sew on the page. More printing off. My machine cut out those palm trees, because the font, the cutter not only does fonts, but it has all sorts, so I just chose it to cut me 2 big trees out. And it is, and I stuck them underneath. And there's more journaling and gems on this one. See the words again, the beach club I cut out on my machine. Some more writing, there's some more embellishments, wooden embellishments. There's nothing different on that one. Oh, more journal. So I print it on the printer and then cut it up, and then you know that there's no ink that shouldn't be in there, because printer ink's fine. And that paper was lovely. So you can see I kind of pick a pattern paper to go with the photo, like this one, it's got bikinis all over it. If you can't find a pattern paper, you pick a colour. So I would maybe have picked this and matted the photo. Well, I have got some matted colour down there to match my dress. And then that same colour, cool in the pool. Some sunglasses, where are they? Stuck on there. So you just choose what you want to do, really. I mean, this one I didn't have any pattern paper to go with what I was scrapbooking, but I chose the green for the flowers, the leaves in that picture, and a bit of colour for the sushi. It's just practice. Little gems, a little bit of doily. Cut these out by hand and just stuck a gem on. You obviously use a cutter, a guillotine, not scissors, because that would be, here we've got some buttons and some flowers, more titles, some more wooden embellishments. So this is an example of a latest album. That was something that was just on a piece of paper, ripped. Here we go, ripped paper, ripped. Just get a piece of paper and rip it. And cut some more things out with my machine. Let me get another album that's a different kind of style. So this box is full of different holidays. There's a couple on the floor. There's the boys' ones. There's a few on the floor to show you. And this unit is usually full because they're all over the table. They're everywhere. Let's go and find the one. So this is the Disney World album I did. Bought this in Disney, in the main street near the castle, because obviously, it's the only one I could find there, but obviously it's big there. Oh my goodness. It's like looking back on memories. So I printed a picture of the castle. Obviously you could print anything, but I have to have the things I've been and seen. That's a ribbon with Mickey Mouse. So there was a brilliant website, I think she shut down now, called Scrapping the Magic, and she just had Disney stuff. I got a Disney font cutter on my machine that I printed off. So just printed that off of the website on a bit of card, acid free, and stuck it in. Some stickers of animals. Oh, look at Kai. Cut out some more words, and I think I cut by hand some seaweed, and I sewed, what's the word? Did some sewing with the sewing machine, just around the edges, but you can do all sorts with the sewing machine. Oh, look, all the cars stickers. I even got some transfers, but I've done this before with one of Kai's toy cars. Wheeled them with ink on across the page. Made all these. I think I used a bind it all machine that makes books, and just chopped the holes and made it into a film strip. Didn't think of that. Could have done something with Joseph's stuff with that. Did some more printing on the computer. Here they just pierced the paper with a template and then thread all in and out. I don't put as much effort like that in now. I did put a lot more effort in. Some gems. Universal Studios. Oh my goodness, this is mosaicing. There's loads of different patterns for this. You can ruin a photo, so you have to be really careful, but I just wanted a mishmash of the light parade, so there you go. Light parade printed when it was, put some stickers. I mean, it is just madness how much you can do with this. Little trims you can buy. These were big fat stickers, Blizzard Beach. The dolphins, SeaWorld. I just cut loads of circles out with a circle cutter. It's just, there's a map. I printed the map of Animal Kingdom onto a piece of acid free and stuck it in, and double page layout. So there's some of them are single pages, some are double, like this is single. See what I mean? I drew that. It'd be much better now. And hooked it over the photo. The photo was matted. A little I Am Sam, that is so cute. A little roller coaster. I mean, this website was amazing. I think I made that. Had Toy Story, so I made the word mania with my cutter machine. So it looked like Toy Story Mania, which was the ride. I mean, it's just endless. Oh, there's Star Wars paper. And some lovely flowers you can buy and stick them on the page. There is just so much. There's no point me going through every single album. It will be boring for you to watch. We've been to America a lot, so I've got two down there. I think one's California, one's, I don't know, I've been loads of times. This one isn't American, but it's New York. Oh, I stuck on the map, but obviously that's acid free, but that's not, but it's nowhere near my picture. So I don't know. This is 2 years ago. I printed off the list of our bucket list. We did everything on it. So that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. You can't put that into a photograph. Then the tickets to the observation deck. It gets better because I start putting a lot more things. Let's see if I've got any more tickets. Oh, here. I buy loads of these patches when we're on holidays now, and then incorporate them into the scrapbook. Little signs, Times Square. That was just a piece of paper, scrapbooking paper, but I wanted to record about Times Square, New York. Where is it? Oh, Ellen's. Oh, it's brilliant. I think I printed that off the internet. That was about Ellen's when we Stardust. There was one with tickets, I swear. Oh, this. I did a brilliant videoed when they were, it's a long story, I need to share this on YouTube, when the singers were singing and the bloke was singing to me. It was hilarious, but because I didn't take enough photos, I just took screenshots of the video and stuck that in. I couldn't not have that in there. Oh, here we go. So the 9/11, I bought the sticker, and then this one, the tickets we got for the statue. Oh no, the water taxi, because it came in a group package. So yeah, the taxi to go around the Statue of Liberty. And these were the passes that we got. That's just on a piece of paper, so there's no photo because that's not acid free. Brooklyn Bridge, piece of paper. That was underneath Brooklyn Bridge. That's my photo. I love that. I did silly things like I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. And I just cut out the skyline. And some, you know, just that one's quite boring. Statue of Liberty's just got some stickers. The Streets of New York City. No Sleep Till Brooklyn. See the title? This is Brooklyn Bridge. No Sleep Till Brooklyn, the song. I just... and then you look things up. Walked all the way. How many miles we walked all the way across the bridge. Cat's Delicatessen. That was the actual... the menu where When Harry Met Sally. A pastrami sandwich. So I took the photo of the sign and me sitting below it. See, every photo is also taken to Scrapbook. It's really weird. San Remo, in the middle of Central Park. Central Park. There is a good one. There's one that I did. Here you go. I printed off the Friends logo because we jumped off the fountain like in Friends. Not that I've watched it, but the bloke that took us around on the little thing told us so. And then I also did my Tiffany ribbon from my ring that Bruno bought me. You know, it's on the page. And then the words to imagine, because we saw the John Lennon where he'd been shot and everything. And there you go, Strawberry Fields. I took a photo of that. So you Scrapbook, you take photos to Scrapbook. I took the spoon from Serendipity where we had hot chocolates. The tickets when we saw Chicago. Didn't take any pictures in there obviously, so just pictures of the outside. Jazz paper, but big lights will inspire you. Lovely lady, I loved her. Outside the Empire State, the observatory. I don't think there's any more tickets. Oh, another sticker. We have to buy them everywhere. And then I had my lipstick customised in Lip Lab. So I kept the piece of paper. She wrote what I'd had. You know, those things you'd get lost, and the tickets for the way home. So, I don't need those on anymore, do I? I'm not reading anything anymore. I just thought, I don't know if that covers enough detail, and I don't know how bored you will all be by now. But I was going to sort these out now and put the boys all together somewhere on a shelf so that they can get them out when their girlfriends come round. Whenever anybody comes round, it's not happening. At least they'll be accessible on the one I've got on the go. In fact, I haven't got one on the go anymore for us because I filled it up, so I need a new one. But I've done up to Christmas. I'm up to date up to Christmas, so I'll get a few more events, get Joseph's 21st, and then start scrapbooking again and just get all my stuff out. Let me quickly show you something. They're actually supposed to be laid upright, and they're upright in that box over there, and then a few are laid there because if these can't be helped at the minute, but they can squash the embellishments. Okay, I mean this is just 2 cupboards. This is craft stuff as well, but these are the things you get for the Cricut. So you get a font on this one, any size you want. Train. There's different Mickey Mouse. You can cut out all. I mean, I've got loads of them. This box is full of them. There's other ways of doing words now. So there's all different papers. And then this one's got more rubbish. And then I've also got 2 of these, which are full, and the pattern papers. It's just mind-boggling how much stuff I've accumulated over the years, but you don't need to see all the dirt and mess in here. And I'm all shiny, so I'm going to now download this, otherwise I could lose it, and I'm not getting them all out again. Nearly ripped my nails to shreds. Okay, I hope this brightened up the vlog a bit for this week. Take care and I'll see you soon. So this is the new light that's going to be put up. When Bruno fits the new ceiling rose that Amazon haven't delivered yet. I'll show you the second coat of white. It's drying. That's much, much better, isn't it? Much, much better. And that little strip up there, definitely rid of. Yeah, just needs one more coat and then I'll wax it. It's much nicer. I'm going to sit down now. Good morning from Egghead. Oh, I got up really early and I've cleaned the 3 bathrooms, the kitchen floor, Dusted the, ugh, there's something sticky on there. Dusted the bedroom. Scrubbed. What else have I scrubbed? Anyway, I look like a right old mess. Because I'm about to do jazz and I've got another visitor. That'll cheer you up. Anyway, just seen a load of crumbs on the side. Why is it? What is it about boys, men and boys? They can't see crumbs. Don't get it. Anyway, I thought I'd show you one more time the finished downstairs toilet in the light and finish this vlog off because they look hideous. Hang on. Scrubbed, scrubbed, scrubbed. We're just waiting for the new bulb. Ta-da! It's really hard to see. I get the new bulb today. If I haven't edited the vlog, I'll add it on with a new bulb. It looks so much better, doesn't it? That new light looks lovely. Yeah, it's just I think it's a 40-watt bulb and we need 100 because it's quite encased. It's not a very good bulb either. Bruno said, oh, it won't be much brighter, but that bulb is rubbish. It goes quite nice with the theme, doesn't it? Very, very chuffed. And I've cleaned in there today, again. And it's all waxed. All the surfaces have been waxed, and I'll probably wax them every couple of weeks just to keep them nice and waterproof, right? Yeah, let's turn that light off. Keep that closed. My jazz space. Let's get my iPad. Got to adjust the food shop as well, but I'll do that when I've calmed down and I'm wearing my normal clothes. Let's get it on the right channel. Live stream. No one can get on here unless, yeah, that's just 2 days ago. Right, we'll leave that. And we'll just set the Bluetooth up. Bluetooth connected. Right. I'll sign off here and get this downloading. Speak to you later.